Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Lower Method Field as your NC State Wolfpack take on South Carolina today. The winner of this one will head to the championship game, which will be broadcasted at 11 or 12 o'clock, and we will also be covering that one. I'm Brett Gall alongside myself today, as we've had some technical difficulty with crew members, so I'll be doing the play-by-play, the whole broadcast, and we are off as South Carolina in the maroon and black, and your NC State Wolfpack in the white. South Carolina controls the possession with number 18, Trina. NC State now holds. It's a brisk morning out here, a little bit cool. The wind is whipping as it usually does here at Method Fields. Supposed to be high of 70, but we won't see that until later on in the day. Here's South Carolina now with the ball. Here's Blivin, Melissa Blivin, off to the far side. Natalie McDonald. She's trying to get into the middle, trying to get across. Just a little bit wide. South Carolina now clearing. Here's Charlotte Busing. Blivin now. South Carolina trying to clear. They cannot. There's a ball going on the far side. Here's South Carolina with an attack right there. Good move. There's Busing trying to get it to number 2. Margaret Coleman can't get it to her. Goalkeeper Nelson will corral that one. Boot forward. Number 10, Drouillard. Here's South Carolina's first possession of the game. Good ball forward. Trying to get across to the middle. There's a shot that goes over. Will be a goal kick for the Wolfpack here in the early going. The winner of this game will face either Virginia Tech and Old Dominion in the finals. And like I said, that game will be brought to you at 12 o'clock if NC State reaches the finals. Ball goes out of bounds. Be a pack throw in here. Now like McDonald throwing it in. Here's another chance for NC State on the far side. There's Blivin in the middle. Once again cleared by South Carolina. Their defense has been pretty solid first 5 minutes here. There's Busing. Out wide to number 19, Autumn Olson. Good defense here so far by NC State. There's McDonald out wide again. Touches it forward. Trying to play it into the middle once again. Blivin's in the middle if they go to her. McDonald right again. Try to play to the middle, nobody's there. Try to clear by NC State, or by South Carolina, excuse me, and Nelson grabs the ball once again. Good step by Shapiro for NC State. Another good step by her. Ball trying to go to Coleman. That's a little too far ahead of her. It's going to be a South Carolina goal kick. their first of the game. The wind's still whipping here. It's a little bit freezing, as everybody here, the crew that we have, is shaking. There's Coleman once again. A ball. Crawford in the middle. And that one's going to be out of bounds for another South Carolina goal kick. South Carolina, of course, their men's team losing a heartbreaker yesterday to the Gonzaga Bulldogs in the Final Four. We'll see how their women's team fares here in club soccer. Good job by Shapiro on the far side. That one's going to go out of bounds for another South Carolina throw in here. We'll play 2 40-minute halves. It's about a 5-minute halftime here. Besides it being cold, you can't really complain with this day so far. As Bolivin goes forward. Nobody in the middle. Somebody's going to have to get a middle for her. She holds it. Tries to play it to the middle. Good clear by South Carolina. I apologize if you can hear the wind in my microphone, as it is just a tad bit windy here. Here's Busing playing to Penland Crawford in the middle. Bolivin. Back to Crawford. Back to Busing. Good movement here from NC State. Ball trying to go to Crawford. Defense by South Carolina. And Coleman will let it out of bounds. Here's Crawford now. Trying to go to Bolivin, and that's going to go trickle out of bounds for another South Carolina goal kick. Like I said, it's just me, myself, and I for this broadcast. Here's Bolivin. And a hole was just on the ball there, number 23. Crawford in the middle. Excuse me, that's Crawford. A goal. Shot. Blocked by Nelson. Here's Crawford again. She played into the middle. There's Bolivin, and good job by the goalkeeper for South Carolina. Good first stop initially, and then to follow up and make the other stop. So far, not really any possession here by South Carolina. Here's Crawford. Out wide to Coleman. That's just a little out of her reach. That's going to go out of bounds for a South Carolina throw-in. The sun is trying to get its way out of there from the clouds. As Bolivin looking for somebody in the middle. Good defense by South Carolina once again. Trying to clear it, and they do. There's number 3, Teague for South Carolina. Gamecocks. Here's Shapiro. Here's Bolivin now. Trying to go to McDonald on the side. McDonald trying to cut inside. Has Bolivin making a run. Trying to play it to Coleman. Good set by Coleman. There's Crawford, and it's going to go right to the goalkeeper once again. South Carolina's goalkeeper getting a lot of action here in the early going. She's already had to make one crucial save. Here's McDonald once again. She's been busy here so far. Trying to play it into the middle. That's going to be a corner kick here for NC State. Good opportunity for the Wolfpack to get their first goal of the game. Looks like Crawford will do the duties over there. It's a high one. McDonald's on the end, and beautiful job by South Carolina on the near post to stop that one, as that one was right there. It's going to be another corner kick here for Crawford. It's going to be a low one this time to Coleman, and that takes a deflection off the South Carolina defender for another corner kick, the third in a row here. This one's a high one. Shapiro trying to get on the end of it. Coleman back out to Crawford to see if she can get another cross in. Does it well to keep it. Here's a chance for Shapiro. Another good save by Nelson. South Carolina holding their breath as another good opportunity for the Wolfpack here. Substitutions coming in as number 10, Greta Humphrey for the Wolfpack, as well as number 21, Ellery Williams. McDonald and Coleman will exit. Both played it very well there in the first 10 minutes or so. Here's Bliven now. Far side, trying to play it in, nobody there. So far, NC State really dominating the game here in the early going. South Carolina has not been able to get any possession at all, really, as that one's just going to be kicked out of bounds here for an NC State throw-in. The wind has not cooled off into here, as I am still freezing. Here's Busing. Playing into the middle to Bliven. Back out to number 19, Autumn Olson. Back to Bliven. Trying to play it back to Olson, and that one is deflected. Here's a chance for South Carolina. Try to get numbers up. Here's Shapiro. Back to Olson. Trying to play it far side to Williams, and that one's going to go out of bounds for another South Carolina throw in here. NC State going to switch the attack here to Busing. And that was going to go out of bounds for a Gamecock throw-in. So far here in the early 10 minutes or so, this has been a game dominated by NC State. South Carolina really hasn't been able to go forward at all, as that one goes off a Wolfpack defender for another Gamecock throw-in here. Here's Crawford. All the way to Humphrey. See if Humphrey can get a cross into the middle. Nelson there right again, but it's going to go off her hands for another throw in, or excuse me, this is corner kick. Humphrey will take it. Goes off the top of the crossbar. And then goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Decent fan base here for both teams, as South Carolina fans making the trip from Columbia. About a 3.5, 4-hour drive. Here's South Carolina now with the ball. Stolen by Humphrey. Back to Holob. Now here's Blevin. Blevin trying to get across into the middle. South Carolina there once again for the clearance. Coming into the game now. I believe that's Margaret Goals as Blevin will exit. Here's Busing to Goals. Definitely one of the better soccer names we've heard. Here's Humphrey, keeps it in. Trying to play across to the middle, nobody's there. Cleared out by South Carolina once again. Good step there by South Carolina. See if they can get a little bit of attack here. Here's Goals. One-on-one with the keeper, and she goes just a little bit wide right. Another good opportunity for NC State here. We stay scoreless 0-0. That was a good opportunity for the Wolfpack to take a 1-0 lead here. Here's Olsen. Busing. Trying to go to Goals. Good step by South Carolina defender. Another good one. Goals stays on it, however. Here's Halub. Trying to defend. Another ball trying to go forward. There's Shapiro with a good step. Good slide tackle. And Nelson will be right there for the scoop up. Good game so far between the two teams. NC State with majority of the shots on goal. South Carolina does not have a shot on goal. They barely made it past half field here in the first 15 minutes or so. Gonna have another goal kick here. Big kick. Trying to do a back heel by here's Crawford in the middle. She can't quite hold it. Amanda Bolin over there, the captain of this team. Olsen out to Humphrey. Humphrey going to try to get across into the middle. There's Crawford. Can she turn? That hits the side netting. Another goal kick and another golden opportunity there for NC State. There's a good header there by Loeb. Olsen now playing the goals. Woods has Crawford to the right. She's going to take a shot, and there's Nelson once again. We have a substitution here soon as NC State will make the substitution in a second. Hannah Loeb will exit. Good play by her so far there in the first 15 minutes. South Carolina tries to clear. NC State defenders are there. Good move by Olsen. Here's Olsen again out to Busing. Olsen again. Out wide to the far side. Good step here by NC State. Another good save by Nelson. As that was Ellery Williams with a big shot. And Nelson keeping South Carolina here in this game. Got about 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Scoreless between the two teams. There's a kick forward. There's Shapiro on the end, and Nelson is there once again. If NC State keeps on playing like this, one is sure to go in the back of the net here soon. Nelson will roll it out. Good pressure by NC State right there. Set up by Olsen. There's Olsen again, trying to play it to Humphrey. And that was a good step by Busing. And that one's going to go out of bounds for Lauren Old. No substitutions yet have come in for South Carolina. Have about 4 or 5 on the bench. Here's a chance for Carolina to go forward. Trying to play through the middle, but a Boland is there to Williams. To Crawford in the middle. Back out wide to Williams. Trying to play it forward. Here's a good chance. If Humphrey can get on the end of that, and it's going to be cleared once again by South Carolina. Here's Busing. Good step by Carolina once again. Here's Crawford. Gonna take it to the near side. I'll play to the middle. And it's going to go out of bounds for another Gamecock throw-in. Throw-in goes out of bounds. We got a couple of substitutions. Coleman and McDonald are coming back in. Humphrey will exit, as well as Crawford. Here's goals. Olsen. Big boot forward by number 22 for NC State, who is actually not on my roster. I apologize. But that's going to go out for a goal kick. Substitution still coming in for NC State as number 15, who is also not on my roster, will come in, as well as number 11, Ryan Feely. Good clearance by NC State. Looks like Busing and Bowling and Amanda Bowling will exit, as well as number 14 coming into the game. That's Mount for South Carolina. See if she can give them a boost. The other game, the Old Dominion Virginia Tech game, being played right behind us here. These teams will have an hour in between their matches to see whoever goes to the championship game. Good step by NC State. That one's going to go out of play into the street. We're going to have to get a new ball here. We're going to wait here for a ball for a second. And now we finally have one back. Here's NC State. Going to play it out wide to McDonald. She gets a good touch on it. Going down the sideline. Got the good edge. Because you play one into the middle, it's going to go right off her foot. It's going to go out of bounds. We're going to have another South Carolina goal kick here. Hope everybody is enjoying my color commentating and play-by-play here. If you're not tired of my voice yet. If you are, I'm sorry. Here's McDonald. Trying to play through to Jenny. And that's going to go out of bounds for another goal kick. About 8 minutes to go here in the first half between your NC State Wolfpack and the South Carolina Gamecocks. All even up here, 0-0. NC State with the majority of the chances here, as South Carolina doesn't even have a shot on goal yet. Looks like Nara Mendez is about to come into the game for the Wolfpack. Here's a chance for NC State. And that's going to be a goal. As NC State with a beautiful 1-2 punch there. And we're going to have our first goal of the game by an NC State player who's not on my roster. But nevertheless, that's going to be the first goal of the game here. And after time by time, you just had to figure that NC State was going to get the goal. We'll see how South Carolina can respond to that. As that one goes out of bounds for another NC State throw-in. Here's Shapiro. Trying to go forward, and that's going to Go all the way down to the goalkeeper, Nelson. Big boot forward. Good job by Ryan Feely. Good defensive play there. It's going to go out of bounds for another throw in here. Here's Shapiro now. Playing out wide. Back to the middle to Olsen. Has McDonald on the right if she goes to her, and she does. McDonald going to try to make some moves. Good job to get past her defender here. Has the angle, playing to the middle. That's Masson right there, and that's going to go out of bounds. As that one just skyrocketed. Went off the foot of the NC State defender for another goal kick here for South Carolina. Here's the NC State throw-in. Another substitution about to come in for NC State as Emily Rusk will enter. Here's McDonald now. Nobody really down here for South Carolina. Here's Mendez to McDonald to Madison. Back to McDonald. Go 1-2 play there. McDonald down on the sideline again. Did she get one into the box? There's Coleman. Here's Mendez. Back to Coleman. Opportunity for NC State, and it's deflected. Back to Madison. Good job to hold on to the ball, and she loses it. Here's Olsen now. Playing to Mendez. Back to Coleman. Good defense by South Carolina as they try to go forward. Just don't have really enough players to go forward as Rusk will come into the game, it looks like. Starting to heat up a little bit here, but the wind is not making it any better, that's for sure. As we should only have about 5 or so minutes to go here. There's Boland. Mendez. Back to Coleman. Coleman down on the far sideline. Good cut. Playing into the middle, and goalkeeper Nelson is there once again. But that's going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. Another good opportunity for NC State to take a 2-0 lead. It's a high one. Shapir's in the middle. Good punch out by Nelson. Shapir's there. Nelson grabs it once again. She's really kept South Carolina in this game here. Good move by South Carolina. There's Madison. Boot forward here as South Carolina still controls. A little nutmeg there. Out wide to McDonald. She's going to try to go forward, and nobody's up there. Nelson will have an easy scoop. And that's going to be the end of the first half with NC State up 1-0 over South Carolina. We'll be back after halftime. And we're back here for the second half between NC State Wolfpack and South Carolina Gamecocks. NC State up 1-0 after a goal in the 30th minute. They've dominated all the possession, dominated the shots on goal. South Carolina has not yet had a shot on goal, actually, nor have they really got past midfield much today. We'll see if they can pick things up here in the second half as we're about to begin the kickoff here. NC State will start with it with Blevin up top. Referee counting the amount of players on the field, and we're about to begin here. They're about a short 5-minute halftime break. The wind picking up here. Of course it would, why wouldn't it? Here's Blevin. And we're off here for the second half. Crawford now. Out wide of Busing. There's stolen by South Carolina here. See if they can get something going. Here's Shapiro. Good step by her. Here's Olsen. Trying to go out wide to Williams. Can't quite get to her. Good step by Halobe here. Apologize if you can hear the wind once again as it's really picked up here in the second half. Here's Williams. One on one with the defender. See if she can get a cross in. She goes to Halobe. Touching fails Halobe. And we're gonna have a handball right here as that was pretty blatant one. And that was Trina for South Carolina. Looks like Crawford will do the duties and take this free kick. Will she shoot it or will she play it? Shot just wide left. Good attempt there by Crawford. It's going to be a goal kick here, however, for NC State. If this results hold the 1-0 result, they will face the winner of Virginia Tech or Old Dominion at noon. PackTV will bring that coverage for you. I will be there doing the play-by-play duties once again. Hopefully joined by a color commentator at that point. Here's Williams playing to the middle. And it's going to be an offsides, I believe, on NC State. Awaiting the kick here. It's controlled by Blevin. Out wide to Williams. She can't quite get a hold of it. Cleared by South Carolina. Trying to go down the field to number 5. And that was Hallie. She can't get onto it though. However, it's going to be a NC State throw in and Bolden will throw it in here to Williams. Good step by South Carolina. As Williams goes studs up and the South Carolina defender gets hit pretty hard. Number 16, Muriel, will take the free kick. It's going to be an easy scoop for Amelia Huffman, the goalkeeper for NC State here. She boots it forward. Here's the lob. Here's Hallie now. Tries to go cut it inside, but good defense by number 16 for NC State. And that is Shapiro. Good clear to Williams. Trying to go to Hannah Halobe. Williams now again to Boland. And Boland now controls to Shapiro. Good step by South Carolina here. They have numbers if they want it. Can't quite get a shot off. And it's going to go out of bounds for NC State throw-in. We're 5 minutes here into the second half. South Carolina playing a little better possession here in the second half, a little more opportunity. Here's Bliven. She loses control of it. Out to Hallie again. See if she can cut it into the middle. Tries to play into the middle. Nobody there for South Carolina. A little confusion of clearance there by NC State, but they get it out to Crawford here. Playing to Bliven. And they're going to play it back all the way to the goalkeeper here, Nelson. Oh, there's a mishap right there. As Hannah Halobe takes a shot, and that's going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. Goalkeeper Nelson very fortunate that that one mistake didn't cost her right there. Looks like Autumn Olson will take the kick. It's going to be a short one here. Excuse me, that was Olson with the kick right there on that one, and that one's going to go just wide left. It was Crawford actually on the corner kick. It's going to be a goal kick here for the Gamecocks once again. Here's Bliven. Middle to Crawford, back to Bliven. Bliven's going to take a shot. Let's just go wide right. Another good opportunity there for the Wolfpack. Good 1-2 play between Crawford and Bliven. But it will be another South Carolina goal kick. There was Humphrey. Trying to go across the field to Halobe, and she gets to her. Here's Boland now. To Olson. In the middle to Crawford. There's a good ball to Humphrey. And that's going to be a goal for Greta Humphrey as NC State takes a 2-0 lead over South Carolina here. 10 minutes into the second half. And with the way that South Carolina is playing here, you got to expect that to be a very cushioning lead here for the Wolfpack. Definitely, NC State looks way on their way to the championship game here at Method Field. That one's going to go out of bounds for a Gamecock throw-in. Trying to go across the field. That one's easily controlled by Boland. Back to Shapiro. Out wide to Busing once again. Here's Bliven. Back to Busing. In the middle to Olsen. Back out wide to Busing once again. Good possession here by NC State. Here's Crawford. Trying to play to the middle of the Bliven. Good clearance by South Carolina. Trying to go back to Bliven, and that's controlled by Nelson once again. Substitutions about to come in for NC State as McDonald and Coleman will enter. Here's Shapiro. Boland. In the middle, Crawford. Busing. In the middle, Crawford once again, out wide to Humphrey. Back to Crawford. That one's stolen by South Carolina. Here's a chance for them. Trying to go out wide to Alley again, and that's going to be stolen by Boland. To Bliven. Bliven's going to try to take a shot, and that's going to go over the goal for another goal kick. McDonald and Boland will enter. Or Coleman, excuse me. Humphrey will exit, the goal scorer. Here's Bliven, out wide to McDonald. Good job by Muriel there for South Carolina. And that's going to go out of bounds to NC State. Quick throw into Bliven. She can't quite get to it. It's going to go for a corner kick. Looks like Crawford, the specialist, will take it. It's a good kick, but Nelson, the goalkeeper for South Carolina there once again. She's going to throw it out to Hallie here. Hallie's going to try to go downfield. There's Olsen with nobody there. Here's Hallie. Kicking it forward. Here's a chance for South Carolina down the sideline. Good job by Shapiro to shield the attackman right there. Here's Olsen now. Holub has all the space. Gonna try to switch it. Takes a deflection to South Carolina. That's gonna go out of bounds for another NC State throw-in. As number 3 Teague will come in for South Carolina at the next whistle. Joined by Mendez. for NC State. Here's the ball forward. There's a chance for Crawford. That's going to go over the goal as well. Substitutions will come in for NC State and South Carolina now. We're about 15 minutes here into the second half between the Gamecocks of South Carolina and your NC State Wolfpack. 2-0 Wolfpack. Here's Crawford now. Down the line. Here's the chance for Coleman. Try to cross into the middle, and it goes right to Nelson. It's actually out of bounds anyway, so it's going to be another goal kick here for South Carolina. That one goes out of bounds to NC State now. McDonald can't get on that one. Here's Mendez to McDonald. Olsen back to McDonald. McDonald cuts in. Shot. Goal. McDonald. 3-0 NC State. And they're really flexing their muscles now as they take a 3-0 lead over the South Carolina Gamecocks. And this one is well on its way to being over, as it looks like NC State, with about 25 minutes to go here, bearing an incredible comeback by South Carolina. Looks like NC State will be taking on the winner of Virginia Tech in the Old Dominion matchup right behind us here. Here's Crawford now, trying to play it out wide to Olsen, a little too far ahead of her, and it's going to be another throw in for Gamecocks. Doesn't really look like it's phasing South Carolina either, as they're just pretty much laughing the whole time. Here's McDonald again, trying to play it to the middle, cuts it back, looking for some help. Plays into Crawford. Crawford trying to get an angle, and she can't. Will be another goal kick for USC. About 18 minutes or so to this game, and that one's a wild shot, a little ambitious there. Number 12 set to come in for NC State here. Here's South Carolina now. I'll play forward. Here's Boland. Plays to the middle of Crawford. Back to Mendez. Wide to McDonald here on the near side. She's going to try to make a move, play to the middle. Good defense by South Carolina by Merrill. That's going to go out of bounds for another NC State corner kick. Here's the corner by Crawford. It's a high one. There's McDonald once again on the end of that one. After the beautiful head back by Shapiro, McDonald gets her second goal in a row as NC State now up 4-0 over USC. The This one really getting out of hand for the Gamecocks. Just trying not to embarrass themselves now. That was a beautiful job by Shapiro to get on the end of that, and then McDonald there to clean that one up. We'll see if South Carolina can just get something going on here. That's stolen by Olsen. Wide to McDonald. Good move by McDonald. She's really controlling that left side here. To Olsen. To Boland. Good step. Another good step. Shapiro once again. Boland now. To Margaret Goals. Out wide to McDonald. And looks like we're going to have an offsides on NC State here. South Carolina will get the ball back. There's McDonald. Good step by South Carolina there. Playing back to NC State. Going out wide now. That's Busing on the far side. Good move by Coleman there. Number 18, Emily Rusk, about to come into the game here for NC State. Here's Shapiro now. McDonald now. Gonna play through. Good ball. Into the middle. Here's Mendez. Just wide right. We're gonna have our substitution as Emily Russ will come into the game for Margaret Goals. Or excuse me, that's Autumn Olsen. Her first break here in the second half. Here's Busing now. Playing to Mendez. Good cut by Mendez. Boland now. Shapiro back. Back to the middle. Here's Boland now. She's guarded tight. It's going to go all the way back to Amelia Huffman. The state goalkeeper. She'll have plenty of time. That's out wide to Busing. Back to the middle. Here's a chance for NC State. Has space, trying to go to Mendez. There's a chance for Mendez. She collides with the goalkeeper, cleared by South Carolina. Another golden opportunity for NC State to extend their 4-0 lead. That substitution about to come in. As number 11, Ryan Feely, will come into the ball game. And another goal for NC State as Mendez puts it in the back of the net. And now we have 5-0 NC State over South Carolina. And for South Carolina, you probably just want to stop the bleeding at this point. Here we go now. Here's South Carolina, Mendez now. Here's NC State now. In the middle to Mendez. Back out wide to the far side. Playing into the middle. And there's Nelson once again to corral that one. NC State really flexing their muscles here, adding on to their lead in the second half with 3 goals in the second half to make it a 5-0 lead. They're well on their way to the championship game at 12 o'clock. We're going to have another substitution in here shortly as Danielle Cooper will come into the game here in a second. NC State just trying to get all their substitutions into the game. There's a chance for South Carolina. And that one's going to go way out of bounds as that pass is intended for Hallie. All South Carolina can do at this point is just laugh it off. Shapiro exits the game. As Danielle Cooper's now filled in her role. About to have substitutions as Humphrey and Williams will come back in here in a second. Here's Margaret Goals now. It's going to go all the way. Danielle Cooper will chase. She has all the time in the world. Playing into the middle. Here's Mendez. Sheridan now. Now it's Feely. Trying to play through to McDonald. She's going to try to chase it down. Plays into the middle and it's going to take a deflection for another corner kick here for NC State. About 15 minutes or so here to go. Looks like Madison will also check into the game here for the Wolfpack. 5-0 NC State over South Carolina. 2 goals in the first half, followed by 3 goals in here. In the second half has really given the Wolfpack a big lead as Sheridan has played off the ball. NC State still goes to chase, however. They'll recollect it. Played into the middle. Here's Goals. Cleared out. NC State. Now South Carolina. Hallie out wide. Playing back to the middle. Good defense here by NC State once again as Huffman will just collect. Here's Cooper. Good step. There's Coleman now on the far side, trying to play the Goals. Goals tries to chase it down. It's going to go out of bounds. Actually, Coleman saves it. Back to Goals. Trying to go back to Coleman. Here's a chance for Coleman. She chases the shot and it just goes just wide. Substitutions coming in for NC State as Hlub, Madison, Humphrey, and Williams will all come in here at the next whistle. Nelson there to grab, snatch that one out of the air. Stop the bleeding for a little bit for South Carolina here. Here's Feely. Just kind of kicks it nowhere. And Nelson about to go chase that one for another goal kick. All the substitutions now coming in to the game for the Wolfpack. It's like McDonald, Goals, Coleman, and Mendez will all exit. Well-deserved rest for those four ladies. That ball trickles out of bounds. And NC State will have another throw in. Playing back to Cooper now. Out wide to Feely. Trying to play it to the middle. Here's South Carolina now. Morrell. South Carolina doing a good job of possession-wise. Good step by Feely to Hulob. Goals. And NC State's going to be called for a handball right there. Here's Morrell again for South Carolina, taking the free kick after the handball. That's a good header out by Cooper. And it's going to go all the way back to Huffman now, the NC State goalkeeper. Quick rollout. Trying to go to Madison in the middle, and that's stolen by USC. Kicked out of bounds now. A little collision there between the two players. As Goals and number 16, Morrell, collide, and gonna be a free kick to South Carolina. Here's Hulob. Playing it back all the way. Cooper now. There's a chance for number 3, Teague. Playing it to the middle. Good cross in the middle. Feely tries to clear. That one's going to be way cleared out. That'll go over the fence into the street. Gonna need another ball here now. That's going to be cleared out of bounds for a corner kick for USC. Right there, we got the new ball there. Head out by NC State. Here's Humphrey now. So clear up to Madison here. There's all the time in the world. Playing back to Humphrey now. Good job by Teague. Toe poke that one, and it's going to go out of bounds. About 5 minutes to go here. NC State up 5-0 over South Carolina. Here's Humphrey. Now it's Rusk. Trying to go back out to Humphrey, stolen by Teague. Trying to go upfield, and Huffman is right there. Here's Humphrey. Playing back to Lub. Trying to go to Humphrey down the field, and she can't get to that one. Here's a chance for NC State. Trying to go to Humphrey. She tries to get to it, and the goalkeeper, Nelson, right there for the stop. Boot forward now. Here's NC State going to Madison. Out wide to Williams. Trying to play to the middle to Madison. Takes the deflection. Is clear now. Here's Cooper now. Playing it back. In the middle. Rusk out wide to Feely now. Back to Humphrey. Masson now. Back to Halub. Good job by T to come in, and that's going to be the end of the match. NC State with the commanding 5-0 lead over South Carolina. They'll go on to face the winner of Virginia Tech and Oldham in our next matchup. PackTV will have that coverage at 12 o'clock. For PackTV, I'm Brett Galt, bringing you into the pack. Thanks for listening.